Good evening. You know, India is a delightful country for statisticians because numbers roll out from everywhere. In a country with 1.2 billion people, of which 53 are billionaires, if you count the richest in the world list, 4 out of 10 come from India. 250 million children from 4 to 14, of which 21 million are out of school. 17 million are in child labor. 2 million children never see their first birthday. And out of the children that do go to school, 152 million children cannot do basic maths, and 130 million children do not know how to read and write. And this after 21,000 crores have been dedicated in 1 year to enhance government primary school education system. So with this around us, what is going wrong? And that is what I tried to address a few years ago after I left my corporate life of 26 years, because I felt it is easy to stand by and see things happen and often critique it. It's little more difficult to plunge into it and see what's really going wrong. Apart from lack of will, apart from political apathy that we all talk about, I think the real problem in our country are the numbers. Nandan Nilekani calls it the demographic dividend, and it is so, but that needs to be plowed. And in our country, I think whenever we take up any initiative, we look at scale. How many people will get impacted? How can it be replicated? How can things become sustainable? And often, those questions can be very overwhelming. When I left corporate life and I wanted to get into the social sector, I also got overwhelmed with numbers. When I met the Commissioner of Slum Clearance Board and suggested that I would like to start a school where they were raising the slums and relocating the slum dwellers, I felt that if I started a school which was an English-speaking school and also started a primary health center in the new developed location for the Slum Clearance Board, the people that were being evicted from the slums and relocated to new areas would continue to stay in the new areas and not abandon it, that which has been the history of all Slum Clearance Board statistics throughout, not just in Karnataka, but not just in Bangalore, but the country over. So I had this idea of starting these schools, primarily English medium schools, because I wanted children from the poor to feel equal to any one of us. It's easy, very easy, to discuss what's the malady of this country in isolated ivory towers. It's a lot more difficult to get in to the streets and get one's hands dirty. But I didn't ask Mackenzie to do a business study for me. I just got into it. And it's an initiative that was started understanding the numbers, but staying away from the numbers. Because if you value one life and make a difference to one child, you make a difference. Instead of wanting to change the world, like many people try and do, it's important to try and see where the need is and try and do service there. And change will automatically happen. I think it's very important for us to recognize that India can only be called a developed country if we address children who have no access to schools. Children who are left out because they are not considered important enough to go to good quality schools. So this initiative that I started called Parikrama addresses one child at a time. Let me share this initiative with you. Can I show the film?
Usually girls don't go out for any reason, only boys should go out and bring all the things for girls. But even though in my family they supported me to do whatever I feel, whatever I like.
Picky on the arrival, picking up stone. Down came my engine and broke Picky's bowl.
Coming to school, I learn many things. I learn how to communicate with people. I love reading a lot of books. The last book I read was Appointment with Death, which was written by Agatha Christie. I like to come to school very much because I play there, I learn there, and we all enjoy there very much. While going back home, we'll feel why we are going home. If we stay in this school, and it will be very nice.
Project about USA. In USA there is a state called California. I've also planned to invent robo. It's named as rocket boats.
The first experience in my house, I'm going to USA. My passport was fabulous, and we had lots of problems like creating my birth certificate now after 15 years.
We saw Chicago University, we
Chicago
went to,
Library, and the skyline was just amazing.
Actually, we went to US for our conference, so we went to San Diego where we had that GILES conference, which is called the Global Youth Leadership Summit. It was really very good experience. I love it.
Yeah.
Mysore to attend the TED conference. The project all about was about the environment. I collaborated with some school like Korea, Australia.
We use the technology video conference, sitting in a room and mingling with other people who are in different parts of the world.
I saw about how spacecrafts are launched. They train the astronauts under the swimming pool because there is apparent loss of weight. I'm a member of Space Club.
I was inspired by a player called Kaka. I love football and my favorite team is Brazil.
My role models are Ronaldo and Messi. I just love play football.
I ran in many inter-school competitions. I had won many medals. I was inspired by Usain Bolt.
I love to do both long distances and short sprints.
The reason why I like Taekwondo is because we can defend ourselves when we are helpless, and I have represented our state in 3 competitions, and I was awarded the best fighter in the state level here at Bangalore.
My interest was commerce business administration, so I chose entrepreneurial leadership. We did a summary of what an MBA student does. We made a company. The main motto of a company is help people who want to quit smoking but they can't. We made a great business plan, and our business plan was selected as the best business plan there. And I really loved to go to Duke University to study again.
School's magician, and I know many tricks. When I grow up, I want to become an intelligent man.
I'm really interested in politics.
I know a guy who has a Harley Davidson, and soon I'm going to ride it. I just recently made a friend with actor Ainrita in Facebook. I show respect for my friends by not making fun of them. I show respect for myself by doing the best job I can at school.
ಪರಿಕ್ರಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದುಡ್ಡೇ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅನ್ನೋ ಈ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಅವರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಕ್ರಮ ಶಾಲೆ.
பெரிய பெரிய ஸ்கூல் படிக்கிற படிப்பு அது இருக்குது. ICSE ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ನಾಕ ನಾವು ಕನವೇ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ.
ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವಿಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಓದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮಂಗಳ, ನಿಮ್ ಮಕ್ಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್.
ಬೇಸು ಪರಿಕ್ರಮದವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂಡ ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಒಂದ್ ಕೈ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಆಗಿ ಇದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಪಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ஸ்கூல்ல சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க கெட்ட பேர் பண்ணக்கூடாது, இந்த மாதிரி கிளீனா துணி போட்டா கிளீனா போடணும், நல்ல ஒரு అడ్వైస్ கொடுக்குறாங்க.
పరిక్రమ స్కూల్కి నేను తాగే రెస్పెక్ట్ చేస్తాను మేడం. బాగానే ఉంటాను మేడం. నేను మీరు తాగుతాను లేదు, పనికి పోతాను, పాటకు పోతాను, అంతా ఆరాంగా ఉంటాను మేడం. తాగే రెస్పెక్ట్ అంటే నా కూతురు కోసం రెస్పెక్ట్ మేడం.
ಈಗ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಫೀಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಆ ತರ ಒಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಕೂಡಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಂಗಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
నా కూతురు అంతా స్పోర్ట్స్ లా ఫస్ట్, రన్నింగ్ లా అంతా స్పోర్ట్స్ లో ఉంది. దాంట్లో నేను పేరెంట్స్ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಡ್ಸೇತప్పుడు నేను ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ చేಸಿದ್ದಾನು, ರಾಯರ್లేదు. నేను
ನಮ್ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಫ್ರೀ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರಿ, ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೋದವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮಗು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
అది సిఎస్ చదువుతుంది అని చెప్పింది. ఇప్పుడు లా సీట్ సిక్కింది.
என் பொண்ணு வந்து டாக்டர் ஆகணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டிருக்கேன்.
ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನೋ ಅಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜರ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
எங்க பையன் மார்னிங் வந்துட்டு அவர் ஆர்கிடெக்ட் ஆக போறானா, மத்தியானம் பார்த்தாக்கா அவன் வந்து ஒரு சயின்டிஸ்ட் ஆக போறானா, ஈவினிங் பார்த்தா ஃபுட்பால் பிளேயர். நான் சொன்னேன் இது ஏம் ஒன்னு தான் இருக்கும்டா, நீ 3 கேட்டாக்கா எப்படின்னு கேட்டாக்கா, இல்ல மம்மி நான் அப்படியே அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்குவேன் டைம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லின்னு இருக்கிறான்.
ಜನ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮು, ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮು. ಪರಿಕ್ರಮ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಸಿಗೋದು ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಟೈಮು.
Now I'm going to college. I'm doing my Bachelor of Hotel Management from Presidency College.
Doing my engineering, computer science in UC Bangalore. I want to be a software engineer.
I'm doing BCom Math. I want to study MBA as well as I want to be a choreographer in dance.
I'm doing my hotel management at Presidency College. I'm interested in guest relations.
I'm doing BVA, Bachelor of Visual Arts. My aim is become animator.
story name is Lion and Tiger. One day lion was going, the tiger was sleeping, he was so sad. And the tiger said, I am very hungry to lion. Lion take him to the fruit forest, and they were eating nicely. They come back and they were so nicely playing. Suddenly there was a banana peels, and they stamped, both of them fell down.
My message is simple. You don't need to be a Bill Gates or Azim Premji and devote several $1 million into developing the country. Each one of us can do a little bit, and it has a multiplier effect, and change can happen. Thank you.